What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's a nice sunny day out today. It's a little windy, so that's a negative, but it's been windy for the past like 2 weeks when I've been trying to record these videos, and finally it got below 20. But tomorrow it's going back up to almost 30 miles an hour, so our northern winds are coming in. But it hasn't froze in the past week, so things are actually starting to green up a little bit again. If you look at our field, it's getting green again and everything's coming back to life. So the weather's been kind of crazy here. It always is this time of year. Usually we don't even have a fall, so we're getting a little more weather change than normal. Usually goes straight to the dead of winter. These chicks have been with the main chickens for almost 3 weeks now, and they're all mixed in well. I'm really not getting any eggs. Everybody's thirsty today. Getting water, I just filled it up, and I filled the ducks' boat up over there that they've been swimming in. They've liked that a lot. But all the chickens, for the most part, are molting worse than last video. You can see some of them are starting to get their feathers back in. But some of them look terrible. If I find that Brahma chicken, she looks the worst because they're big fluffy birds, and then when they have no feathers, they look terrible. But they're getting through it. I'm in the hen house because we've had a problem over the past couple weeks. Or not really the past couple weeks, but 2 weeks, a month ago, I was having a problem with a skunk coming in here. And I saw it 3 or 4 times, and it would crawl up and burrow underneath the hen house bedding right here, and it was living underneath this thing. I never got a trap or anything, but my plan was just to shoot it eventually. So we came out here like 4 different times when I saw it to try to shoot it and kill it, but every time it would just disappear off to somewhere in the fields or into back below this barn here. But then the dogs got a skunk, and they smelled like skunk for a couple weeks. That was 2 weeks ago, and it was gone. I didn't see it for another little while. But then again, just last night, I saw the hole was back, and I didn't see the skunk, but I knew it has been there. There was there was marks on the ground, and it never has touched or harmed any of the chickens. It just comes out and gets the eggs, and that's when the chickens were laying. Right now I'm getting like 2 to 3 eggs a day since all the chickens are molting. But I gotta get rid of that skunk. I thought the dogs did, and they might have. It might just be another one that came back, but I'm gonna have to get rid of that problem. It might be stressing the chickens out too. I doubt it, because the chickens really don't know any better. These guys couldn't care, because that skunk has walked on, like, almost on top of them, and they didn't care at all. The skunk just wants an egg. And it's rare for a skunk to kill chickens, but they will if they're small and if they are kind of more desperate. But that's the issue at hand. You got to get that taken care of. Well, we got another pig to add to the bunch here. Just got this one last week. So, and it's 5 months old, a lot younger than she is. She's 2 or about to be 2 years old. And Rosie, the big pig here, was the same size as her when she was 5 weeks old. So that one definitely not gonna get as big as her. So a lot more miniature of the 2 miniature pig. Rosie's full grown, and she's 5 times her size still. So she's gonna be a lot smaller than her. So they're getting along. They started fighting a little bit first couple days, but they're good now. We've got our little house set up over here. These ducks are still doing good. Their whole pen area has kind of greened up a little bit more since we haven't had a freeze in almost a week. So everything's kind of getting green again. Pond's still way full and overflowed into the shed over here. Been giving them dog food treats, which they like. These things are loud. 4 a.m. in the morning, they'll be quacking like crazy. But they're still doing good, and they're all about full grown now. Chickens and ducks like hanging out in this pen at night. I've been locking the ducks in here instead of the hen house, since it's their own little area they have. And I noticed some chickens were off the roost, and there was like 10 or 15 chickens stuffed in this little brooder house right here that I've let the ducks go in at night, and that's where they've been staying. But they were crammed in there with all the chickens, so I gotta break them of that habit. But animals like that little enclosed spot over here away from the main hen house. Some of them do. Well, they like this spot by the pigs. All these chickens stuffed in here when I went to go lock the other chickens up for the night. Now I gotta move them all. Alright, it's dark out. It's getting dark really early nowadays. It's only close to 6. It's starting to get dark around 5:30 now. So that's unfortunate. All the chickens, I've had a lot of chickens sitting in here, and they usually do a lot of them when they're molting, but just 2 roosters down here. I got those other chickens in here that were trying to sleep with the ducks, but they're all in here now. And I have the chicks in the other barn right now, since they're just staying there. So I have some roosts set up for them in there, and they'll stay in there until they get a little bit bigger, and they'll come in the normal hen house. But today, only 1 egg, I think. That was even worse than yesterday. So hopefully it picks back up here soon. No signs of any skunks today. I have to look in here with my head around the door. I don't want to get sprayed by anything, because I've walked in on it 4 times. Real close calls, but it just goes and hides. So maybe it'll we'll try to trap it, or dogs will try to get it again. Something, I gotta get rid of it. They keep coming back. I'm pretty sure it's another one, a different one that was the original one, because the dogs killed another skunk. So we'll have to see about that. But thanks for watching the videos, and I'll see you next time.